Oh, very French, I think.
French?
Yeah.
This is French.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, why is it like a...
Oh, okay.
Good morning, fellas. Day 3 is among us, all kitted up, ready to get outside. The plan for the day is just to go to a art exhibition, like an art gallery. It's not too far away from where I live, so I think I can just take a quick train over. As usual, I will fill you in on if I do any approaches. And then yeah, quickly, look at this top. I got this top yesterday from a street vendor. Nice little grumpy, mean mugging cat. Little pussy. I did not get the top because I like pussy. That's not the reason. That was such a corny joke. That was so corny. Anyway, should be a fun day. It's Friday, man. Happy Friday. Friday's always good vibes, so I'm sure I'll meet lots of people. And I want to go out tonight. I've not been out in the evening yet. I was gonna go out last night with some guys that I met, but I wasn't feeling it. I was quite tired actually, but today's Friday, so a night out would be cool. Now, granted, I met a British girl yesterday who, you know, she said that she'll be down to go for a date. Again, that's not confirmed, so that could be a flake at some point. Who knows? That, you know, she might not follow through, but assuming that she does, we did say this weekend, and Friday night is included in that. So who knows? I might go on that date this evening. Either way, I'm gonna be out doing my thing, going on my adventures, exploring the city. Peace. Alright boys, so yeah, on my way to the museum right now, and yeah, I've done a few approaches, done about 3 approaches. So the first one was a 2 set, so yeah, I went in for a pair of girls. Turned out they were sisters. I thought they were friends at first, but yeah, we had a nice, decent convo. The girl that I was interested in wasn't too into it, but we had a okay chat, and then I could tell that they weren't that interested, so I just kind of let it go and said, okay, have a good day. To be fair, they were leaving today as well, so I knew I wasn't really going to take it anywhere. And then yeah, after that I went in for another approach. So this girl was the Thai girl. Actually, I think it's the first like Thai girl that I've approached, so that's like, I guess, a first. But yeah, that was fun. That was a fairly long convo. I enjoyed that one, to be fair. She's not actually like local. Like she lives in Bangkok, but I think she lives in like the outer parts. So, and yeah, she only really travels in a couple times a month because she's like a uni student. So yeah, again, that one was a bit of a shame because I could really feel the vibe there. She was even like really complimenting me. Like she told me that I have nice eyes, which I've never actually had like a girl compliment me during the conversation. I mean, no, to be fair, that's a lie. It has happened before, but it's rare. So yeah, that was a good indication that she was definitely feeling it. But yeah, so yeah, had that convo, got her details. Again, I'm here for a month, so yeah, I definitely wouldn't say that that's like completely dead in the water. But yeah, no, it was good. So that was the second one, and then I literally just had one right now. So yeah, I just went in for one right now, literally down there by the by like the pier, and that was good. Basically like I guess she was like a French Spanish girl. We'll see with that one. So she's leaving on Sunday, and yeah, leaving on Sunday, going out tonight with her hostel friends. But yeah, again, we said we might do something on Saturday, so tomorrow basically. But yeah, that convo was fun. Yes, it's again, honestly, in terms of the content of the conversation, so I might as well speak about this because, you know, a lot of the time you hear from like old school PUA that you have to have certain lines, certain routines, and you need to be super funny, or, you know, neg, or all this weird stuff. I think ultimately I'm realizing that different approaches, different girls, they have different energy. So it wouldn't make sense to try and like box in the type of conversation that you have, because every conversation is different. And so ultimately, you just want to be authentic. You know, you just want to be yourself. And to be fair, like if you're feeling low energy in the moment, then just be low energy. You know, like sometimes for me, the first approach of the day normally, you know, I've only just downed a coffee. I'm not particularly enthusiastic, and so I'm going to be low energy. Like my state's not going to be up there. And I think in the past I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to like be super funny, like from the get-go, like be charismatic, make her laugh, do X, Y, Z. But the truth is, like sometimes that's just not going to happen. Yeah. So I think that the main thing is just go in with full conviction on the open, and then once you do that, then the conversation will just naturally evolve properly. And also I'll say this, right, like there's a good saying that says it takes two to tango, and I think that really applies to these approaches, because you could try and be as charismatic and funny as you want, but ultimately, like bro, if she's not feeling you, then she's not feeling you. And so you can like try extra hard to like keep her engaged, talk, and you could yap for 5-10 minutes, but if you're not getting anything back, then it just makes it harder, and you want to kind of feed off that energy. And so I'm realizing that, well, I mean, I've known this for a decent amount of time now, having done lots of reps and been coached and, you know, gone through this like extensively, but the more I do it, the more I realize, yeah, like you kind of have to, I don't know, it's like, I guess the best way to put it is just go with the flow, and also have that awareness to be like, okay, she's not really feeling this, so let me just jump out of this conversation, or maybe stay in the convo a little bit longer just to warm myself up or whatever, and then but not really expect much, right? And so yeah, I think that's kind of where, I guess that's something that I'm thinking about recently as well. But yeah, I think that just takes reps. Yeah, it just takes reps to know, you know, who's interested, who's not interested. But yeah, I mean, we'll keep it going. I'm gonna cross the river. So in fact, I'm gonna go now. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But either way, I'm just glad I've got a few approaches in, more than yesterday. So we'll see how the rest of the day unfolds. But until then, peace out. Alright, so just approached a group of 3. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, that was low-key kind of not awkward. Like the girl that I liked, she gave me some signs, but because the other 2 didn't really, like they were quite shy. But the one girl that I was interested in was, yeah, like more charismatic, more engaged. But yeah, trying to like juggle 3 at once, it's a tough one, eh? It's that's like playing cold approach on level hard, yeah. But it was fun though. I think it's always good to go for those kind of approaches, because yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough because you don't want to let those opportunities go, right? Like that could be, like, think about it, yeah, that could potentially be like your girlfriend, your wife, and you're gonna let it pass up just because she's with her friends. I mean, you're leaving a lot of opportunities on the table. Now obviously, approaching a group of 3, like that's not something that I could always do. So yeah, I'm glad I have the confidence now to really try that. It was funny because she was talking and we were going back and forth, and I was trying to like engage her 2 friends just to keep them like warm. I didn't want to just focus on one person. At the end, I tried to just throw the date suggestion out there. Honestly, because we barely had like that much time to talk, I just knew it was a shot in the dark essentially, because there wasn't really much time to like have a decent back and forth. Oh, that's pretty cool. Sorry, look at this. Very colourful. I feel like I've taken an LSD trip. But yeah, but yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, I threw the date suggestion in there just to try, and then her response was basically, and I feel like she was probably gonna say something like, okay, maybe you can take my Instagram. But at that point I was like, I want to put a pin in it and just be like, if you don't want to, you don't have to, right? So I like the idea of just going in and saying, look, it's either yes or no, like no pressure, right? I'd rather have a convicted yes than like a flaky no. You know, I think a lot of the time when you start, there's like a, how do I describe it? There's a tendency to want to like just go for the clothes and take whatever you can get, especially if you haven't like had a date yet or whatever. But the reality is, you want the girls who are interested, like actually engaged. And so, you could argue, is it like there's a debate to be had whether it's better to get like is it better to get 5 Instagrams and like one is potentially gonna come through, or would you rather just vet there and then and know on the spot if it's gonna happen? Because I would argue that you're in a much better place if you like find out there and then, because then like the filtering process is much better, and you're not like sending messages out on Instagram DMs hoping to get the date sorted out. Now in the ones that I just did before, like the approaches I talked about earlier, it makes sense to get those Instagrams because you have like suggested a date and she has been somewhat receptive, so it makes sense to like follow up, get the details, and then try and plan something or finalize the plans. But if you don't get that, like let's say like interest when you're having that conversation initially, then yeah, there's no point in really like going for it, because then like the likelihood that she's gonna flake is really high. And I think just like giving that ultimatum of, look, no pressure, yes or no, like you can reject me, it's fine. Because I think a lot of girls, most girls are actually really nice about it, right? They don't want to let you down too hard. And so some girls will be like super direct and they'll be like, nah, I'm not interested, like cool, boom. But others will actually like, they'll be too shy or too nice, and so they'll give you the Instagram, they'll give you the number, or they'll kind of go like maybe, and they won't really say no. And in the moment you think it's good because you're thinking, okay, like she's letting me down easy, therefore my ego's not gonna get hurt. But the truth is, like, you'd rather have your ego hurt than save yourself the heartache of getting the Instagram or the number, sending the message out, and then getting nothing in return. Yeah, you'd rather just like put a pin in it as early as possible, and that will just reduce flakiness. Yeah, and so yeah, I think that's sort of what I'm trying to do as of like the last month or two, and it's really helped. It's really helped with reducing, let's say, like my flake rate, if you have to get nerdy and technical about it. But yeah, I guess those are my thoughts on that. But yeah, let's keep on pushing. I'm gonna keep on looking at the artwork because it's actually really cool. There's some cool like modern, like sort of anime type art, which seems pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on taking a look at that. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, another update. So I went in for an approach. This one was a little bit different than the others because I basically, hold on one second. Yeah, so I basically went in to like a cool store, like a hippie store. And yeah, like I went in to like look at the clothes and the different ornaments. So it was an indoor environment, very quiet as well. And then like literally as soon as I walk in, I see this absolutely beautiful girl. I couldn't quite tell where she was from based on seeing her, but I knew she was probably somewhere from like Africa. But she looked amazing, and I could see that she was with her friend as well. I was like, all right, it's quiet as hell in here. You can literally hear a pin drop. How am I gonna do this? And then I thought, you know what, fuck that. Let me just go say hello. So this was one of those ones where it's basically like a head-on approach where you literally walk towards the person and then just say what's up. She was, pretty receptive from the get-go. A bit shy, but once I'd carried the conversation for the first, let's say, 3-4 minutes. Then she started to ease up, and yeah, we just started going back and forth. And the one thing I'll say is, I didn't give her the direct compliment straight away. I kind of just went in with the whole, oh yeah, like, where are you from? What are you doing here? I never gave her the compliment, so I gave that way later on in the convo as I was exchanging details, because I basically asked her to be my tour guide for Bangkok, since she actually lives here with her sister. Yeah, we'll see where that one goes, man. I mean, I really hope that one comes through. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna be needy or anything like that, but she was really cool. In terms of how flirty it was, I would say that the flirtiness was more subliminal, right? It was more so that intangible eye contact and that sort of thing, and both of us kind of laughing and a bit of silence here and there, but I could tell that the tension was the good kind of tension, you know? So yeah, I mean, again, who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway, I'm back outside now, so about to head into Chinatown, and then yeah, we'll see what Chinatown has to offer. Oh, very French, I think.
French?
Yeah.
This is French.
Yeah. Let me try
I
one.
feel very smart. Oh, sorry, I just got like a random woman. We're ready?
Is that way around?
Yeah. It's got the teddy bears.
Wait, do I look cool?
You look a bit.
What?
It's slightly thug-like.
Oh, wrong side. Wait, do I? I've done it the wrong way, haven't I?
How are you supposed to?
Oh.
I was like, why is it like a?
Oh, okay. It's not like that. It's kind of like one of those Russian.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I definitely chose the weirdest hat for you.
Like this?
That looks so cute.
Ooh, now that looks cool. Yeah. Yeah. Come
Yes.
on now. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for showing me how to do it. Okay, I'm about to try this steak. It's good. It's good.
You're hungry.
Yeah. I am hungry though, so anything would have been good, but that is good.